He's dire.
Yeah, MOUZ is radiant here as if I was MOUZ and saw Spirit how they played today versus one win, I would want to win this game so hard because they are coming for revenge, and if MOUZ drops down to the decider match, they are gonna get crushed as that ward will get taken down. Bengen a little bit early with the ward placement, a bit of a mistake for sure. But talk to me about that Vano lane, right? In my mind, it is one of the strongest lanes, but you're versus a Seeker. And Seeker, to me, seems like maybe even the best hero to lane versus this.
I mean, it is very tricky. You know, it could go well for Seeker, but you make one or two mistakes, it could be a living hell. And that's why we don't see a Seeker all too much, because this hero cannot jungle. He needs to dominate the lane. He needs to at least get whatever health he wants. If they make one bad move, like he gets crushed, there's nowhere for him to go. Like, even this top lane, they might mess up a little bit on the Fishman and Watson, but we saw Munkushi last game. He didn't win, but he was top net worth, even with being sort of crushed in lane.
The battle begins.
And look,
that's just
already
what
starting as the 3, they know all the tricks. The DM is one of the most try-hard players in this, and this is already huge. Force the Bloodseeker to TP and not walk to the lane, so if he dies once, he's gonna be making a walk of shame.
Yeah, and we all know shame. Then we hear the bell. Shame. Hear the bell again. I really need to get the bell, as that's gonna help us really help people understand just how shameful that walk is. As the creeps are gonna be going into his tower. This is actually quite nice, and Kataomi is probably
He's
gonna
gonna
be
get
getting
0
the
last
layer
hit. No, yes, they're gonna get zoned. So Bangan steals the one, of course. I mean, more secures it than steals, and the Tiny denies the other, and they already get what they want. They get the lane in perfect position with the Tiny and Veno. Can we just... I know the producers cannot really hear us, but we should just put our camera bottom and just continuously watch it. Well, Narman, a position 4 Centaur, also a thing we didn't see in a while, used to be very popular, and he's gonna do the lane shenanigans too.
I mean, you have to versus the Undying, right? It's kind of a necessity at the start of this lane. I feel like later on, though, the Enigma and the Centaur can actually do quite well versus an Undying.
Yeah, I mean, Enigma goes both ways, but he's the one that has minions and can fight back and kill the Tombstone, but still, Tombstone, if placed well, well positioned and well timed, it can lead to multiple kills here.
From the Gork stream, we have learned that Fishman is the best.
Never leave 5 on lane.
Never leave the lane. Never, ever, ever.
Never, ever leave the lane as 5. Never. Ever. That was very funny.
Yeah, it really was one of the funniest clips I watched recently. I still chuckle sometimes just thinking about it, as there will be a Gale on Bengen. He does have leap charges, so he's definitely not gonna die, and the courier is bringing him a salve. It is on the way. We'll be using the arrow there. Gets the tomato creep, so some nice gold into the pockets of the Mirana. So far, Seeker is farming okay, but the lane is not in good position for him.
I think the level 3 is the scary point, as in many lanes, in this bottom lane too, that's when it gets really scary.
Milan, explain to our less educated viewers why level 3 is usually the turning point in a lane.
It's where one of your abilities gets really strong, because like in Dota, the most jumps in the abilities grow from level 1 to 2. Like, it's much bigger jump than level 3 to 4 on the average. So you get one of these abilities in the bottom lane, it's probably gonna be a Poison Sting or Tiny getting all of his 3 abilities. And for Mirana and Bloodseeker, they're not gonna have this jump.
Yeah, their spells just don't work that way. Mirana is probably gonna have 1-1-1, which doesn't change much. And even if you have He took an arrow early to secure the range creeps, to secure the creeps in the jungle, but even with a double Starstorm, I don't see them doing much. Of course, you do want to be getting people low. Fishman is super low. He puts down a tombstone. It has his name on it and will be taken down. However, the zombies are going for the brains of the Enigma. If it even has one tombstone, it's going to be dropping here. Narman focusing on it, but he's going to get denied as Watson finishes him off. And this is rank 1 carry, he was the only survivor in this lane. This is not that great for MOUZ.
As what we saw from Entity before, the Watson, just every time he gets what he wants from the lane, and then if you put him in a winning position, be sure the statistics, the matchmaking numbers, they say one thing, and that's that he delivers every single time almost.
Yeah, they say that he wins. That's just how it goes. The guy has been top 1 rank for 3 years in Europe. Like that's hella impressive.
That's basically in the world. Let's be honest. The Europeans are overlords in Dota. It's like in the football. The Europeans are the best, and being ranked 1.
We have a Brazilian in our cast, and you're talking that Europeans are the best in football. Come on.
No, the leagues, the European leagues are by far the best, and they're much better than Brazilian or South American ones. So I know what I'm talking about. And Benga, there's a toss back. There's a multiple leap, should be fine. Double Gale
and Blood Grenade as well. The Ulnet is
they
going to
have
take
Glyph.
a lot
They're
of
looking at
damage.
it. Glyph is gonna get popped. No, they're just gonna do that. You're getting way too excited, Milan. Chill out. It's a DM Veno. Yes, we all know it's a DM Veno, but relax, please.
He's very well known on this hero, has been playing it so much. Ulnet is gonna be caught. You talked about it, that this Bloodseeker could do badly. Benga next on the menu. They're not gonna be diving forward any longer. Kataomi, he lost a lot of his HP, a lot of his mana, actually going for this. No leap charges on the Mirana. Kataomi tosses the tree, gets arrowed, and a couple of more hits should take him down. Still quite think he has a healing cell, will survive in the end.
Oh. He's fine. Holy moly, that was scary.
Ulnet still playing in the shower there. I still remember his room, as there will be an arrow only onto the undying zombie as Bengan leaps himself away. Zombies still want brains, and Narman, he did TP over. Not much he can do about this.
We didn't talk this. I mean, Narman is at least gonna save this tower for now, but we didn't even mention this Undying coming to the bottom lane, and this is what I said. Bloodseeker, he needs to dominate. He cannot be 1800 net for them in 6. He has nowhere to go, no recovery mode. You know, if you play a Sven, TB, some guy in the meta, you can't just go jungle, but if this happens on a Bloodseeker, he's gonna be staying 6th in the net for the almost reminding of this game. Or I'm messing up.
Do you know why Entity are gonna lose this game now, though?
Why is Entity gonna lose this game?
Fishman left the safe lane with the position 5. So
never leave lane as 5. Don't forget, guys. Never.
As Supreme, he did do a lot of damage to this tower. No one will be coming over with the swashbuckle, shield crash, gets stunned up. So Supreme is the one that is having a good time here on MOUZ. And Enigma is not having a bad time. Of course, it's still quite nice for the Terrorblade as Fishman takes the Wisdom Rune.
Oh, stop it. They're already dead. Stop it, Fishman. I think this is 101 perfect position 5 gameplay. Hold that thought for a little bit.
Perfect gameplay in general from Entity. They were diving bottom, now they're diving top. Force gets taken down. The only hero that you have is the Dragon Knight, and he will take the tower down because he was left all alone. But it doesn't seem like Entity care whatsoever. How much of an impact on the game is this tower being dead gonna have?
I mean, it's just sometimes a reality to accept versus the DK, but it's most important what they get in return, and they get, like, basically they get the Ulnet kill after the TP bottom, they get the Wisdom Rune, they get the Enigma kill, like, and Ulnet gonna get going again. Watson is here, rank 1 player, wants your ass, and he's gonna get it.
When a rank 1 player wants your ass, it's over.
No, man, this Bloodseeker, it just pains me to watch it. Like, I feel sad for this guy. Like, I'm just through my mind is going like, I'm this Bloodseeker. What the hell do I do? Do I walk to some jungle camp and hit it for 5 minutes? That's how long it takes for him to kill it. Oh no, man.
I think for these situations, Valve should add, like, if you get destroyed this much as a Bloodseeker, you get an Iron Talon. Maybe they can kill him. Arrow is coming through. It will be
Nice
connecting,
arrow.
and that should be a dead Fishman. Try to protect the tower unsuccessfully. So at least something for MOUZ.
Still, their DK is having the best game out of everyone. And their Enigma is having a decent game. So there is tools for other people to make space for him. And he just needs to grasp for whatever he can get. And that's what they're gonna do. And he's gonna farm this medium camp level 4 minute 9. And there's gonna be a half of it coming, but Entity, look at the Watson, look at the rank 1 player pulling the big camp with his illusion to prevent Bloodseeker getting free farm. I mean, that's what one rank players do. They know everything.
Yeah, I mean, he's the best in the world. That's how it goes. Rank 1 on the leaderboard. It's kind of annoying that Dota isn't like tennis, right? So you have rank 1 and that's the best guy. Everybody looks up to him. Narman caught, Rolling Thunder, stun into it, the Blood Grenade connects, he uses the Hoof Stomp onto the ground. That ground didn't stand a chance, and now Fishman, he's level 6, Ulnit is level 5. At least he has the phase boost to run away from the slows of the zombie. As Supreme comes back, the Tombstone will be placed. Now that is gonna be a very slow Dragonite, and there's gonna be so many zombies surrounding him, he doesn't know what to do. Supreme, he was the one having a good game, and now he's just not gonna move.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just grasping for words here. The Fishman, what a performance! I mean, we saw this Undying twice today for Insania and looked like a sort of creep, and now we see it for Fishman just being everywhere. Level 6 at minute 9, just punching this DK, making him look like he's made from paper. It's insane.
Yeah, DK movement speed like a Crystal Maiden. That's definitely not something that you want to see, as Entity have around the 4k gold lead, all 3 of their cores topping the network chart. Even the Dragonite, who was at the top a second ago, now is behind every single core of Entity. So, okay, you got kind of speechless there for a second, but your big Dota brain and your immense experience throughout the years gives you the knowledge to tell me what's the approach from MOUZ. Like, is there an approach you can take, 2 heroes that can work together, or something that can give you an advantage in the next like 4 or 5 minutes in the game?
Always kind of similar in a way. You just work with what you have. We're gonna watch. We didn't even speak about 11-minute defu on Pango, and like about this sick timing that we always speak about. There's just so much happening. And what they have is, they have a DK Blink, they have Mirana with some levels, I guess, maybe level 5. They can combine to kill somebody, I believe. But right now, there's not much. They need to keep scaling on their own and just look for little opportunities, you know? But before that, Bengan is just gonna die. I mean, these games, in reality, should not be, like, how to say, recoverable. But everybody makes mistakes, and even just getting 1 kill is good, but nice Black Hole, that's beautiful.
It's gonna kill Fishman probably. Nice, surviving the decay comes out, and the Black Hole is in the end useless. So another failed attempt or failed response from MOUZ, as they do find the Bloodseeker. Have a toss to stop his TP. They don't need to stop anything, as his heart will be stopped from the overtime damage of Kataomi and DM. No one in some trouble. Now he's not in any kind of trouble. The Stampede isn't even ready 13 minutes into the game.
Yeah, the double wisdom actually led to MOUZ supports not being level 6 at minute 13. You're running into a minute 14. That's actually ridiculous.
Yep, ridiculous, as they would say in Harry Potter, as that's a 5k gold lead. I mean, when you look at 5k gold at 13 minutes, it's a lot, but it's usually not insurmountable. In this game, it just feels that way. I'm looking at MOUZ, and yeah, they have some tools to make plays, but how is this Seeker ever gonna play the game?
Am I supposed to answer the question
no, you
that
don't
doesn't have an
you
answer
don't have to.
to?
I'm gonna find an easier question for you, Milan. So what did you have
Yeah,
for
thank
lunch
you.
today?
Oh, I had a fish, the orange fish.
Salmon.
Salmon, yeah. Yeah, it was very tasty.
We're living the dream, flying private jets, eating salmon, prepared by private chefs. Is that how it goes?
I mean, we're not gonna talk about it. No, don't talk about it. Oh, there's gonna be a turn. He's gonna die, but the turn around is coming. Deny him.
TP out, arrow is there, and DM
It's a huge
Starstorm
kill.
from the ground. He's seeing stars, as the Morana would say. So that's gonna be a big
Cut all
kill.
me.
They have the Malefice, a couple of hits from the Enigma. Let's see if it's gonna be enough for
Body
a kill.
block.
Avalanche is there. He throws rocks towards the Enigma without the black hole. You cannot keep him in place. Finds an illusion rune and just waves goodbye.
Yeah, I feel like they dropped the ball a little bit there, not killing this tiny two. Did they steal another wisdom? I didn't pay attention.
Okay, I'm gonna check. No problem. Watson, wisdom, Norman took the other one. So
Okay,
the answer is
God
no.
bless. That would be a total disaster, like it wasn't already. But they're gonna drop the tombstone, get the ancient farm, and get this top tower. I mean, I wanted to say the tiny kill. It seems like an only support kill, but in this situation, even these small, very small kills mean so much to MOUZ. At least they get a Venom though.
At least something. So, are we gonna be getting a score of 3-22? A very important score in the Dota community that the chat is always longing for.
I mean, Entity is gonna get 22 kills, but is MOUZ gonna stay on 3? That's the question. They have some tools, you know, here and there.
We'll find out. We'll find out. Seeker almost has
Stay
the
tuned.
Maelstrom. Find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Rip Toriyama as they are gonna be making a move on top. Didn't really take this tower down. How do you feel about these custom towers, these crabs? Well, Narman is doesn't have time to think about crabs. Will get taken down. No one is on a mega kill streak.
I think they ok, you know, just ok.
Okay. Are you one of those players that doesn't turn on any of the critters, any of the shadows, because they take away your focus and stuff, or do you just play full on graphics? Let's go.
I think I play on like whatever recommended pretty much full on graphics, but I don't use any special terrains. Play on default.
Okay, okay.
Four-man smoke. They're gonna bump into each other. Supreme blinks out. Moonlight Shadow gonna be popped. Can they get anything? They have like very big vision advantage, and they're gonna spot Force. Force should be dying here.
He's already dead. There's the slows. He's gonna be going to the edge of the map and then taken over the edge as well for 30 seconds. He will be spawning back in his fountain as Olnit has a Maelstrom, so his farming speed will increase to some heights at least now. Looking forward, because at the moment until this moment it was looking really slow for him.
He is set to go right now. He would like to be here like 6-7 minutes ago, but with level 4 Blood Rage and Maelstrom you actually farm pretty fast. It's just the attack speed you get from Blood Rage that has no downtime. Now he gets a tier 2 item. What it will be? Probably Apple if he has, but Fishman. This is a good
Arrow.
kill if they can get it.
He's gonna get the mech and the ulti, the K. Actually not using his ulti, he accepts the death, that's fine. One thing we haven't discussed, so no 3-22. One thing we haven't discussed, the Seeker in the later portions of the game. With an Aghanim Scepter, with the Aghanim Shard, is actually a pretty good hero versus the Terrorblade in general.
Yeah, I mean, is also ok. I mean, depending what Terrorblade has, and at this pace Terrorblade is just gonna have much more.
Okay, I need to explain something to you, Milan. So, okay, just we're gonna see if Watson gets caught here. So, This is the thing. You're the analyst and you're very smart, right? But in casting, we over-exaggerate things. Oh yes, Seeker is so good versus the Terrorblade in the late game, right? That's and then it makes it more exciting, even though it's somewhat true.
So it's just like I should just lie for excitement. That sounds like a fake excitement. I hate it.
Okay. If you put it that way, sure, but if you're very good at acting, people are not even going to notice. Just kidding, of course. Our chat, 10k MMR average. They know every single little detail, so if we over-exaggerate anything, it is gonna be easily seen through by the awesome guys that we have in the chat. But Entity, they're gonna be going for the Roche, and even if MOUZ sees through this, they definitely don't have the guts, the strength to go and fight it.
Not at this point. This big disadvantage. They're gonna be. I mean, the problem with the Entity lineup is not that only TB is scaling. It kind of everybody is scaling. Even these supports. Like look at Fishman, 5k net worth at minute 19. This is no joke. He's saying, "Ulnet, I'm catching up. I'm getting there. You watch me farm. You watch me get net worth. We win one fight. I'm gonna get you."
We'll see if that does happen. Aegis gonna be going on to the Pango, who already has a Lincoln Sphere, so good luck killing this guy, right? You're thinking about Blink, Dragon Tail into an arrow, not versus this guy. They do have a Centaur, so that is the stun that you're not gonna be able to dodge with the Lincoln's Moonlight Shadow. Oh, into the Sentry is gonna get slowed down. Avalanche is there. They are gonna be slowing him down, and even with the Stampede, he's only gonna get a couple of steps away. Bengen jumping around, no one jumping around better, and they get themselves a double. The anime couple kicks the bucket.
Did you see the DK basically vanish? And that was without two main guys. I say two main guys, I mean TB and Pango. He died in like 2 seconds without two main guys. And he is by far strongest hero on Radiant, as we're gonna see. We're gonna ignore Narman die millionth time this game.
You wanna say that Entity are magicians? Like, we're gonna make this Dragonite disappear.
Vanish. That's what Mirana says actually. It's on the MOUZ side.
Cool.
Do you play with let's talk about some other things, not about this game. Do you play with like hero voices on? Like them saying things?
I have them just like at 5%, so I hear them sometimes if there's not a lot of things happening.
Like for example, like whenever Mirana pops the Moonlight, she says vanish and stuff like that. I do not play without it, and sometimes I regret it, but it just would take too much time to get used to it.
Yeah, it's way too cool, right? Imagine playing an Ogre Magi without the sound. It's just dumb. It's a dumb hero, but then you hear, "Let's go left." No, right, and then you're super happy about it. Right? It really does change the dynamic.
High ground. Minute 22. Sometimes we see this from the TB lineups, but this is not only TB. This is Pango with the Aegis. Whenever Glyph gets popped, right after, we're gonna see Tombstone being dropped, and MOUZ is not coming to defend. At least they're coming with some, but I really hope for their own sake they don't come with other guys. This Rax is long gone.
They have a Blink on the Enigma, but no BKB at the moment. So both Force and Ulnet are gonna be farming those. I guess you just let it go. It's the best choice for sure.
I mean, there's no other choice. You know, when in Dota, whenever I'm thinking about the problems and solutions, I'm like, what's the other choice? Like, letting it go or what? Just giving them more gold, and XP on top of it, and losing some of your own.
No, it is fighting like a man. Easy.
Nice.
That's probably the best thing that happened to the Seeker ever since the start of this game, that he forced out the Rolling Thunder and got himself out. Kadi next on the menu. Is gonna have it fairly soon. That is a 600 gold needed for the Terrorblade to finish it off. What big items are we looking at? Veno going for an Aghanim Scepter. He wants to get the Poison Nova, the old ulti For people that don't know, the current ulti of the Venomancer is called Noxious Plague. People tend to forget that as hero isn't really in the meta, and I want to say changed it quite recently, but it has been at least a year.
I mean, the Agarans is very, very, very interesting on the Venom. Like, I fail to recognize when it's really good to buy, but sometimes it just feels OP.
I mean, 30% of your HP gone, and magic resistance reduced by 20%. It's too much, to be honest. Like, it's an insane spell at every point in the game, especially in the later ones.
Tower is under attack.
But the gold leading continues to increase here. MOUZ continue to be helpless. They're gonna be having their double BKBs. One in the Enigma is done, and Olnit will have his delivered at the moment. This is the final thing, right? You're gonna have to fight Dragon Tail onto the Tiny. Kataomi running away. Nice double hoof stomp. As they bring down the Tiny with an arrow to the back, they bring down the huge mountain. That is a nice kill.
That was a very beautiful execution from the MOUZ. BKB is on Bloodseeker and Enigma. Blink BKB on the Enigma. Tiny dead. This is time to go. If Entity slips and they get
Why is
caught.
Fishman sad? Look at that.
Why is Fishman sad? Maybe because he didn't caught any fish. Is that the joke?
No, dude, literally the hero is like all like sad looking.
Oh,
walking.
they missed the
Nice
jump.
stun. That was an illusion. As Rolling Thunder is coming over, Narman gonna be found. He has the Stampede. No one is still gonna be coming forward, stopping your Blink Dagger, and he decides to stop. Actually, no, doesn't want to go forward. I guess there's no reason for Entity to risk anything.
Just kind of safe gameplay right there. Like making a read and they might turn around, and probably in a vacuum he's right. It's just the only way they lose this game is if they throw. So playing it safe, you cannot blame. After all, whoever wins this game goes directly into playoff, and whoever loses gets to play Team Spirit in half an hour. So, better be
Hard
safe.
decision. Hard decision. Should I play it safe or should I risk it? Yeah, that's a tough one for Entity. Oh, dude, imagine how excited Team Spirit are to smack MOUZ. They lost yesterday. They played very aggressively and they got caught a couple of times. MOUZ is still a professional Dota team. If you give away too much gold, you're gonna lose. But I guess grudge does exist in Dota, and you definitely want to exercise your power.
They
now.
got Fontaine though by MOUZ. They're not gonna remember this season. Forget this season. They're gonna be like, Bengan is gonna be spotted by Kataomi in Invis. He's calling his friend from no one. Get an avalanche toss into a swashbuckle. Easy peasy, nice and squeezy, coldy, arteasy.
Imagine you're a big mountain guy and you find some girl in the forest, some cat lady, and then you're like, oh, I need a friend to kill him. That's actually a pretty pathetic.
I thought you were gonna say that I called for arteasy again. I found a way.
No,
I did.
You did. It's pretty obvious now to every viewers. I don't need to be repeating it at all.
They tried to protect this ward, at least for a little bit, but now they're gonna give it up. Without Mirana and DK showing bottom, I don't think there's a way to hold it.
Outpost taken, tier 2 tower. In the mid lane still alive, so there is still an outer tower for MOUZ to mount up a fight on. I always like fights on outer towers, because in the base it's so hard to do it unless you have some repositioning tool which they don't. Guess who does? Kataomi gets the toss back. Fishman
Nice
eats
arrow.
an arrow, and Nolnit will go for a TP out. 9-second BKB down. The drain gets nothing out of it.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
It will be interesting if Entity actually tries to push the advantage before they go for the second rush, because they must know it's coming any moment. But no BKB on the Bloodseeker might be a green light.
How do we know that's Supreme? His face isn't really on the camera. Like, it might be
I
somebody
can
else.
tell. I can tell it's Ondra. This camera position is ever since DPC started and like from Corona days where you had you had to have cameras and online tournaments all required cameras. It's always been like this. So if you ever watched him play, it's you know it's him. Unless it's
Yeah, I
a
know what
very
you mean.
very long scheme, you know, or con.
Yep, you got fooled, Milan, and now you got me fooled as well. But I'm gonna trust you because you're my analyst, and I always trust you, especially when you are predicting heroes. It's only a 70% win probability for Entity. Is that how much Gaben does favor this MOUZ draft?
Gaben just really likes black holes. He likes it. He likes big black holes, and then. Okay, that sounded very bad when I said it out loud, but Gaben favors the Enigma, let's put it like that.
Okay, makes sense. There will be a Basher on the Pango, so that's a way to deal with that Enigma. You have to be very unlucky for the bash not to come through. 25% chance, 4 hits, and if you don't bash the Enigma, then you bash your keyboard or mouse or monitor, whatever.
Do they try to contest this rush? They're not really in the position, but he's gonna roar any moment.
Rawr.
Roar! Why is he not roaring? Maybe I didn't hear it.
I mean,
Call
he
for
did.
help, man.
Under attack.
Help! Help, please! Somebody, anybody, as nobody will be responding to the Roche.
DK
Meanwhile, on the
is
bottom part of the map,
calling for
there's a
help
Dragonite
too.
that is caught. Rolling Thunder, Moonlight Shadow to protect him, Arrow coming onto Fishman, as he doesn't really care if he's stunned. He's just gonna stay there, wait for his scores to do the job. DM gets the kill. Thank you for that nice analysis, Milan. Now people are just gonna think you're muted. Say something.
Say something, I'm full. Okay. Moving
Oh,
forward.
are you good at singing? You actually sound really good.
Yeah, I know you're kidding with me, but I had the guy the other day. We're gonna ignore Bang at that. But I had the other guy said to me, random old dude in a store. As I was speaking to cashier, he told me I could be an opera singer. That he worked in famous operas.
Were you screaming inside of the store and he was like, yeah,
No,
kid,
he
this kid
said you
shall-"
have a very deep voice. Yeah, I was not screaming. He said it's not about
Oh.
screaming. You're such a barbarian. Like you think operas are about screaming. Like this, okay.
No.
I don't-
I don't
okay.
think. Okay, I'm gonna take it there. Doesn't matter, as they're gonna go in for a fight and instantly delete this guy as
Black hole!
gonna be used only onto the Pango. Looking from side, Watson rank 1 cannot be Black Hole. You cannot take the
Thunder is
light out of
ready.
the eyes of this guy, as there will be a
Ooh,
use
used into
onto
Thunder.
the Seeker. Actually, that's gonna be Terrorblade in trouble. He actually has Aegis and swaps with DM, who at least has the cheese. That wasn't the best Sunder, not a rank 1 Sunder for sure, but they still get their axes.
They get what they came for, and Pango recognizes this is the time to finish the game. I mean, very unorthodox buyback, but without Black Hole and BKBs on their course, like they really don't have anything to fight. Kataomi.
That wasn't a good decision. Jumping in, gets taken out, instantly buys back, doesn't want to stay dead for a long period of time. Moonlight Shadow, jumping in on Watson, gets out of the Blood Right, DM as well. Narman, gonna get ran over, beep beep. No one, got a new car, he wants to show it off, and gets the bash on the Enigma, but needs to ride away for now.
There, the Watson is taking care of what's important, and another jump.
Arrow only onto the creeps there that did get aggressive. Watson is just doing way too much damage. He doesn't have the Sunder. He doesn't need the Sunder as he has the Aegis still. GG will be called, and MOUZ, they're gonna have to pay for their